Welcome into the Dad Verb Podcast. Topics around parenting from the lens of a dad.
What's up? How are you feeling, Ben? Ben's in the house. Andrew's in the house.
Ooh.
Well,
You know.
me, Andrew. Saunders isn't with us today. He's out being a dad. But Saunders is here. I'm not Saunders. I'm sorry. I'm like losing my mind here. Ben's here. How's Ben doing, man? How was your Mother's Day weekend?
Good. It was really nice. Got to do some cool special stuff this year. So excited for that. And I guess we'll talk about that more during the episode, right?
Yeah. On this episode, we're going to be reviewing Mother's Day. Mother's Day from the perspective of fathers. What it's been like as we begin to celebrate Mother's Day in a broader capacity beyond just celebrating our moms, but now, our wives, as they are the mothers to our children. And we're just kind of recapping our celebrations, our traditions, and how things went yesterday. As of this recording, Mother's Day was yesterday. We were recording on a Monday, and sorry if I'm a little I'm not under the weather. We're actually healthy, so sick check for us is actually good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the it's just raging headache. Just one of those days after work, just a big headache. And then right before we hopped on to record this podcast, I fell asleep on my kid's floor. I was trying to put him to bed, and I just put myself to bed. And then Katie kicks me awake. She's like, "Aren't you supposed to be recording something?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, yeah." So apologize if I'm not as I don't have enough pep in my step over here. But Ben, how's Ben feeling? How's your sick check going?
Good. Things are going well. So we're good now, but Friday night, our 3-year-old all the time hops out of his bed, comes in our room. It's a pretty regular thing. Usually somewhere around 2-3 in the morning, he'll wake up, hear your door click open, and he comes. Well, Thursday night into Friday morning, he hops in our bed like no big deal. And then all of a sudden in the middle of the night, I hear him kind of moving around, and I hear the worst noise you ever want to hear when your kid is sleeping in your bed. I hear him get up, and I hear that first.
Oh no!
I went,
No.
Oh, no. So then he starts crawling towards the edge of the bed, which is I'm at the edge of the bed. So he's crawling like on my pillows, heaving.
Oh, no.
And like I'm half asleep, he's coming towards my face. So managed to dodge out of the way.
Oh, gosh.
Pick him up, run him to our bathroom to try and get him off of the carpet. And poor kid, I did not see that our bathroom door was shut. And I fully ran my kid into the bathroom door. I mean, luckily he had his knees up. It was bad. Luckily he had his knees up, so his knees took the brunt of it.
Yeah.
But I'm like apologizing to him as I'm running him through this door to get him to the tile.
Sorry.
I'm like, buddy, I'm so sorry. I know you're getting sick. And so he proceeds to get sick, and I went back to the scene of the crime in our bed because now I got to change sheets and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he literally missed my face by inches. I mean,
Dude.
just inches. So it must have been like when I sat up, he threw up on my pillow.
Oh man.
And then I managed to run him into the bathroom. But yeah, he was only sick for like a couple hours.
And
he was
then
really fine by like 10 o'clock the next day. Like threw up a couple more times, fine by the next day. I assumed we were all gonna get it because like once somebody throws up in your house, just everybody's getting that stomach bug.
Yeah.
But now it's been Friday to Monday basically, and nobody else has gotten it. Fingers crossed. So hopefully it's just a him thing and not an everybody thing.
I always struggle towing the line between like empathy and anger, or it's just like, I like they're sick and you got to care for them and all that.
Yeah.
A small part of me was like, damn it. Like, I hate this part of the parenting. It's like,
rough, man.
But no,
I feel so bad for him because he's sick, but at the same time, like he did almost throw up on my face, which would have been like, I don't know how that would have gone. Like, I have no idea. I mean, 3 a.m, your kid throws up on your face. Like that's the first thing you wake up to.
Yeah. No, it's a hard go, man. It's a hard pass for me. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. The Remind me, what was the main reason he came into bed again though?
He just does it all the time. Yeah,
Oh,
it's just
does
a
he?
pretty regular thing. Yeah, he'll wake up at 2-3 in the morning, and he'll run in our room and just kind of hang out. So
Okay.
it's not out of the ordinary.
I'm curious about the polling on this. I wish we could set up a poll like on Spotify or something like that.
Yeah.
What percentage of parents let their kids kind of come into bed with them and just kind of hang out or console them or whatever? Because I feel like there are parents on both sides of the spectrum. Honestly, for us, I don't know that it's like been like that our kids have always wanted to come in. I'm sure they do, but they just like don't really do that. But also it's like sometimes I'm on like our bedroom's like our sanctuary where like that's our one place of like peace and zen, and like the kids coming in and just like rummaging and well, I mean, obviously they want to get cozy because they have a nightmare. Like I understand that.
Yeah.
But then just like the sake of them like coming into like our space, our sacred bed, like no, you have a space, go there, you stay over there. So I don't know, I'm curious, like what percentage of parents, like where on the spectrum do you fall, or do you fall somewhere in the middle? Because I've never like Saturday mornings, they come to bed or they watch cartoons and all that stuff, like I get that, but yeah, I don't know them, like, and if they're sick or whatever, that they have no problem coming down and kind of waking us up or whatever, but like letting them stay in bed, it's more like, no, I'm gonna walk you back upstairs and I'll tuck you in and I'll console you and all that stuff. That's always kind of been where we were at. I'm curious to see.
Completely selfishly, I get better sleep, because here's the thing, like if I get him up and then you, well, so like if he comes in the room, and then I know what's going to happen is I'm going to get him up, take him back to his room. It's going to take me 20-30 minutes to get him back down. It's just going to take a while. And it's just once I'm up at that point, I'm not going back to sleep, especially like my alarm goes off at 4:45, 5 o'clock, somewhere in there. So like if I'm within an hour or two of when I need to get up anyways, then I'm not going back to sleep. I might as well just start my day. But if I just leave him and just let him cuddle in when my alarm goes, like I can sleep through my alarm and at least get up then. And then I do I roll out and stuff a pillow behind him so he doesn't know that I've like gone anywhere.
That's that's interesting. We have a family friend of ours, and their son, it was like routine from I don't know, as long as I can remember, the son would get up, come downstairs, and he would like get up at like 1-2 a.m. So a few hours after going down, and he would wander down, bring his blanket and his pillow, and then set up a bed on the floor of his parents' bedroom, our friend's bedroom, and then just and finish the night out there every single day up until I think very recently. So from like 2 or whenever he got out of the crib stage, with probably 3 to like 6, it was like a 3-year gap. And I don't know, to me that was like, no, there's like a boundary, there's like a line that like I think that, I don't know, it's just, a bedroom's a sacred place, and I like that's where me and my wife can like recuperate and recover and rest. And I don't need my kids stressing me out all day and then coming back in and bringing that energy in again. Actually, now
don't change the vibes.
I'm voicing all this now, and I'm just like, man, I sound like a cold, harsh, horrible parent, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh man, this guy sucks."
Everybody's boundaries are different, and it's like, I think it's fine. I've heard so many parents that say my kids are not allowed in my room.
Yeah,
I think it's perfectly okay. It's just like what happens to work. I had to balance out, which do I get more frustrated with, like not sleeping or having him like in our king size bed, where like every now and then I'll get a kick, but it's not like a huge deal.
Right.
Now when it gets to a point where like our daughter starts getting out of bed and coming into our room, like that's probably going to be a different thing, because then that's 2 kids and 2 adults trying to get in that space. I don't think that'll work out, but
I think, well, we've had Colin sleep in our bed a handful of times, and it was so pleasant with Colin. He's a pleasant kiddo to sleep with. Sienna, pleasant. Henry, our oldest, he's just a kicker and a mover. He sucks. I'm like, dude, this is not enjoyable. So like, you got to get out.
Kicked
You
in
got
the
to go.
face.
And he was our firstborn, and he, and I think, you know what? And a small part of me actually realized that like maybe he just set a horrible tone for sleeping in bed with us now, because it's like he made it not enjoyable. It just heels to my ribs, man. I'm like, no. But anyway, we wanted to recap our Mother's Day and talk about how we celebrated, how we went about our Mother's Day, and I wanted to start by asking, how did you celebrate Mother's Day when you were a kid growing up? What was that like for you? And we'll do a little compare and contrast to what it's like now and how you celebrate your wife.
So I think it was, I don't know. I don't remember a lot of it, but I feel like there were a couple times we got together for like some kind of celebration, like the family would all get together and have dinner. We'd either go out for dinner somewhere or have dinner at my grandparents' house. And I remember this because there was one Mother's Day weekend that I had the brilliant idea of throwing a hunting knife at a door frame because I was bored, and it was going fine until it hit handle first and bounced back at my face. And I tried to swipe it out of the air, and I actually still have a scar here, and I laid my hand completely open. And so on Mother's Day, I had to get taken to the ER to get stitches in my hand.
Kids, baby.
So, yeah, my mom had to pay a medical bill because I was an idiot. So that was one way I celebrated Mother's Day. Made her pay her insurance deductible.
Made her hit her deductible real quick. Oh man,
not a great one. Other than that, it was mostly family dinners, flowers, small gifts, mostly just spending time together. Because we didn't grow up with a lot, so that was kind of our way of showing our appreciation.
My mom was really a minimalist, and like in a genuine sense of the word. Like she really didn't need much, like presents. No, like she doesn't need, like, it's still hard to buy presents for my mom to this day because she just doesn't need anything. She's like, fine, she has everything she needs. She just doesn't want anything.
My mom's like that too.
It's so hard. But we growing up, we would just I don't know that we would even do like breakfast in bed or anything like that, right? It was just kind of like wake up, happy Mother's Day, give her a card, give her a little gift, church, and then come back and we do like dinner at a nice restaurant that she always likes, and then out, done. It was always simple.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't until I really like met Katie that like I think majority of families, normal families, they actually like do like, okay, this actually goes beyond just Mother's Day, like Easter baskets, like for Easter and stuff. I didn't like grow up getting Easter baskets. I would do like an egg hunt or whatever.
Yeah.
But like I never had like candy and Easter baskets with like gifts or anything like that. I just, it was just happy Easter, and then you do an egg hunt and that's about it, like celebrating like Christmases really small, I would get maybe a couple things, nice things, done, right? Katie grew up in a very opposite, where it was Christmas was all matching PJs, big Christmases, lots of gifts, lots, big, for Easter, large Easter baskets, big ones, with lots of candy, lots of little toys and trinkets and this and that, and cars and activities, and so I was like,
Did they do like a huge Easter dinner too?
They do, yeah. A big family.
My wife's family is like that too. It's so minus the matching Christmas PJs, like their holidays were wildly different than mine.
Yeah,
I mean, like lobster and homemade fettuccine and like
crazy
2 hams and a turkey breast, like a full buffet for
like
loaded, like 25 people.
That the people, it was big, like the whole family involved. They really came from a small family, and it was no one. I mean, my parents were divorced, right? So it was me, my brother, my mom, and stepdad. Love them all. It was great, but it was always just the 4 of us. It was really small. Like we just didn't. I wouldn't say it was like boring or anything like that or uneventful. Like we had fun, but I didn't need very much. I'm quite an introverted person, and it aligned quite nicely with my personality. But my wife, and the traditions that we're passing on to our kids are something in between, where it's not like as big as what she had growing up, similar to what you laid out.
Yeah.
But it's not like, just our little family. So, looping back to Mother's Day, yeah, like it's really fun getting to do the not normal people things. It's not that I grew up like abnormal. We just didn't make a big deal out of it or anything like that, right? So for us with Katie now, it's for my mom, simple phone calls, all we need, we chat for a while. But for Katie, we do the breakfast in bed, right? Let Katie stays in. I'm out there cooking all the stuff, bring it into her in like this, bedside tray, and bring it to her in bed. So she has it. And I saw this meme of like a mom being, just yesterday, she posted it, and she was like, laying in bed, just kind of like waiting for her breakfast in bed, and then she can hear through the door just like an absolute like World War II, just like insanity, and dad trying to take care of everything. She's like, should I get up and go out there and take care of this? Or, well, no, this is my day, this is my time. So no, for us, I had it all controlled, nice, got breakfast in bed, started, and it was good. It was got the eggs, got all that stuff. When it was ready, the boys brought in a bouquet of flowers for her with the breakfast and the juice and, all that stuff. And then we step out. I finished feeding the kids their breakfast while she just kind of enjoys her breakfast. And that's like her moment of peace. And then I don't know about you, but like it's like Mother's Day is really like, give mom a day of rest. Let's take care of her. Let's pamper her. But I don't know. Sometimes it feels more like it's just Mother's morning. She can have like a morning, right? But then by noon, the kids are just like at the ankles, just like, bah, 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 I need this. And just like, and she just has to step back into it, as much as I like, I don't want that for her. Is that the same with you?
It's like the only way you could really get it to work out is you either force her out of her own house and make her go somewhere.
Exactly. Which she does not want.
Or you take the kids somewhere.
Right.
You say like, hey, we're just going to leave for half the day. And so I feel like though it toes a line between like the guilt of wanting to do something for yourself. Right. Cause that was like what I told my wife is we did. So for her Mother's Day, I had actually planned a bunch of stuff, and I'm also kind of trying to make up for the fact that like I really underwhelmed for like the very first Mother's Day. And so now I'm trying to
what do you mean? Wait,
I just like, I did not do a great job for like her first Mother's Day. Like I feel like I should have done more.
Set the bar for me. I want the listeners to hear this.
I honestly don't even remember what it was that I didn't do. I just remember like doing like a couple small things because we were like first time parents, like we're just, tired, everything's going on, blah, 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 lots of excuses. But I feel like I should have like celebrated it in some way, and I didn't really. And so for her, like thoughtfulness goes a long way, right? Like it doesn't have to be a trip. It doesn't have to be a thing, but like the thoughtfulness really matters. And so since then, I've been sort of thinking of more and more thoughtful ways to celebrate Mother's Day, or trying to. So like this year, we hadn't been on a date in a while, months. We probably have not been out to dinner, just the two of us.
Yeah.
So I went through our calendar. I made reservations, planned a date night. Of course, I just told you in the sick check, though, our kid got sick the night before. So because we didn't know what was going to happen, we canceled, my mom was supposed to come over and watch the kids, and we canceled that. I was like, hey, I just don't want you to get sick. Like, we're just going to stay in. So Mother's Day gift part number one was a bit of a wash. And then Saturday, we booked out brunch for my mom and my wife and the kids. So we all went together. And then I also surprised her with, we didn't get to go to the beach last year. And so that's a big thing for her. She grew up in a beach town. She really misses that. That's where she feels kind of most at ease.
Wow.
And so I managed to snag a beachside condo, within driving distance of here. So we're just going to go down there for like a couple days just to relax. We're going to take the kids with us. And then
so you're not going to relax.
No, we're not going to relax at all. We are going to relax, aka parent somewhere that's not our house.
Gotcha. In a beach setting.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And then
cool,
the thing that I really focused on this year, I said she really appreciates like thoughtful stuff, is like obviously you and I make video content, like we edit videos, right? Mm-hmm. And we probably have a lot of archival footage of different things like family events, blah blah blah.
We do.
So for this year, I decided to actually make her a Mother's Day video. So I cut together like a bunch of B-roll from her first pregnancy and birth, her second, the kids meeting each other for the first time, like kind of all these little moments when we traveled, and to like a little vignette of sort of her journey in motherhood. And then I've been having this idea that like I want to interview my kids. And so when she went out for a couple hours, I actually grabbed my son and sat him down, because now he can like really talk and kind of interview.
Yeah.
And so I sat him down and I interviewed him for Mother's Day about just like what he likes about mom, like what's his favorite thing to do with her, what's her favorite treats, stuff like that. And then so I cut that together at the end. So there's like an interview with her kid about like what he loves about her. And so I thought that was like I thought for me, it was using the resources I had to like make something kind of special. That's not like, a card or something like that.
Dude, this is man, that's a great idea. I don't know. I feel like I just make videos for work and other work and side hustle. Like I never thought to like do it for myself anymore. That's actually a really good idea. Right? I don't know if you've given any more thought to this, but Ben offline has mentioned about like, running a little course or program or something like that, teaching guys how to set this up, like, hey, how to shoot video, quick edits, something like that, for maybe something like family memories or whatever.
Yeah.
Not at a insane, like professional filmmaker level, but someone who wants to be good, proficient at it, that wants to do it have good knowledge of it.
Yeah.
Ben,
I'd be interested to know who's interested in something like that. So like leave a comment, leave a review or something, and let us know like if that's something you're interested in. Cause I think it's cool to have footage of your kids and your family really and like know how to shoot it well, and then be able to go back and look at it, make it into different things, make something special out of it.
Exactly. Yeah. There's making sure that the settings are right. It's not super overexposed. And I mean, even you can shoot plenty of great quality stuff with your phone, but if you wanted to take it to the next level, what can you do with that footage? Ben could probably have your back if you guys are interested. Let us know, and Ben could probably roll out a quick little something for you guys.
Yeah. Cool.
For Mother's Day though, really cool that what we were able to just do. It's obviously the pampering, the breakfast in the bed, and all that stuff, the flowers, the gifts. One thing that my wife just really loves, which I think she would love the video version of this, but it's like those little Mad Lib type things where it's like my mom's favorite thing is blank, and then her favorite color is blank, and just like letting it's really fun when you have 4 or 5-year-olds like answering, and just the stuff that they get to come up with, and they're able to write their own answers as well, with a little bit of assistance with the spelling and stuff. But she, like, my wife, cherishes those. She absolutely loves those. So the kids got to fill it out. What's my mom always says, and then like, Henry's response was like, I'm going to go cook dinner. I'm like, that is something that mommy always says. And then Colin just had one word. My mommy always says, stop. That was it. It's just so true. Yes. And then, accurate. So we did that, headed to church in the morning. They always do something for the moms there, and which just my wife absolutely loves. But here's what happened though. At church, I decided to leave a little bit early and take Sienna with me, because she's just not easy at church. I got Sienna for a little bit, and I wanted to finish up a couple things, because we got her a few gifts and cards, and I wanted to finish writing up my card, get a couple things ready, so when she comes home from church, things are kind of laid out, whatever. I there's a Arsenal soccer game going on in the background, so that kind of caught my attention for a second. And then I turn around, I start, and Sienna is just kind of on the ground playing around with her dolls and stuff. And I turn around, and it's like, all right, let me write this card real quick. So I start writing the card. I turn around, Sienna's gone. I'm like, where is she? She's quiet.
Oh no.
So I go around the corner, and her diaper is off, and there is just feces all over the floor, and just a good like wet piece puddle next to it, and I'm like, damn it! I was so like, oh my gosh, and this has never happened because there's always like pants on. She was wearing a church dress, and usually these dresses come with like a diaper cover, like a pant diaper cover.
Yeah, like the bloomers. Yeah.
It didn't have that. So she was just
a dress and a diaper.
Yeah, exactly. So she had the ability to just like strip it off. And we just never had that problem for her. So of course, on Mother's Day, the day where dad needs to step up and take charge and do mom's job and really step up, and I'm like a poop
disaster.
I'm a vet of the game. You've been
around the block. You've been around the block. Yeah.
I know how to take care of my kids. But no, the one day where I really got to step it up, she strips off her diaper and just takes an absolute just monster of a dump on the ground. And I am like, come on. Today, I let that slip today. I feel like such an idiot. So I text Katie. I'm like, I'm going to run back to church to pick you guys up. I can't right now because there's a poop problem. And I'm sure Katie's just like, there would be, you idiot.
Of course.
So
of course.
So she just says, okie dokie, gives me a thumbs up. And I'm like scrambling to like, okay, I got to get her in the bath because I wasn't sure if she like pissed on herself too. And so her church dress, I guess, defecated. So
ruined.
I threw her in the bath really quick, got her like swapped out. Then I just leave the stuff the poop on the floor. So I can take care of her. And then I go and I like lock off the area, and then she's mad because I'm pretty sure, I wasn't 100% sure, but like next to the pee puddle was we just call it her baby, which is like her beloved, teddy bear that she has. It's like a bunny rabbit. She has to sleep with it. I threw it in the wash. She saw it go in the wash, and it was like ice. Like
end of the world.
It's like I Sparta kicked him into the well or something like that. You're never going to see him again. That scene from 300. Yep. And basically that's what she saw in her head of like the baby going in, of her baby going into the washing machine. So she's screaming while I'm trying to clean up all this poop all over the ground. Luckily it wasn't on carpet. It was on hardwood. The problem was when it was a softer poo. So the hardwood has like, it's not like a smooth, perfect like hardwood. It's like real hardwood with like some grooves, right? So I clean up as best as I can, but I can see like this little like brown spot where it's like in the grooves. And I'm like, I got to come back to that later. So I finish cleaning everything up. I get her changed, and I'm like, I did a good enough job. So I go pick up the wife and kids and all that. Come back, and I'm like, Katie, you don't have to parent. I've got it. Haha. And she's like, I'm going to make the kids lunch. I'm like, don't do that. It's on my job. But then I had to, because I was on my hands and knees for a good amount of time with literally, I took toothpicks and I was like trying to toothpick the poop out. And every time I would like swipe another, it was like I was wiping a fresh ass again. It was just like so much poop was coming out of the damn grooves of the hardwood.
Wiping a Sharpie.
Yeah, I was just like, so like, what is that? I'm like, oh my gosh. So I took I took my eyes off just for 1 sec to write a Mother's Day card. And
the worst part is you were trying to do something nice.
Yeah.
And like really step up, make sure you're doing your job.
Yeah.
And it just fell apart.
It did.
It just fell apart.
It did. And it has to happen on Mother's Day, the day that, yeah.
That is a life test. That is just,
it is.
The universe wants to throw a little banana peel in front of you while you're trying to do something good, just to see if you really want to do the good thing.
Right? Jeez. This is one of those stories that would like, if it were cut up and shown on TikTok, it'd be like, yeah, of course the idiot dad can't handle like an hour with his kids on Mother's Day. oh, let mom step up and do it. And honestly, like a little bit, yeah, but no, like I mean,
But it was, you
my
said
wife's,
that was the first time that's ever happened, right?
yeah, well, okay, she's taken off her diaper once or twice,
Right,
but it was
right.
like cute, and you're like, oh, she's
Not a
running
big
around
deal.
naked, haha. But this is like the first time where it's just like it was malicious intent. Like she stripped it off. She's like,
She
no,
intended.
I am dropping it right here. I'm like,
She knew.
no. So
You
yeah,
look in her eyes and you know that she knew what she was doing.
yeah. I'm like, damn, man. So no, I saw this one post. It was like a long time ago. It was some dad. He goes, dude, I'm just so absolutely owned by my daughter. He like told her to do something. She refused on the spot, then looked him dead in the eye, and then dropped like took an absolute monster of a crap in her diaper, and then she's like, change me. He's like, man, I got owned so hard in multiple ways in that moment. And yeah, I kind of felt that. I kind of felt that here. But other than that, the rest of the Mother's Day went fine. It was great. We had a big family dinner thing that all the dads. We cooked, we cleaned, we did everything. Mom's got to chill a little bit and just talk. It was a fun rest of the day, with the exception of the poop.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, that was the recap.
Eventful. Because like ours wasn't nearly that eventful. It's like we had a lot to do, but
yeah, for anyone listening, if you want to share your Mother's Day stories, how you guys are celebrating, let us know. And if it involves poop like me or vomit like Ben over there, let us know. But yeah, this episode has been chock full of poop and vomit stories because our kids are just raising
kids are, it's just wild, man. It's just wild. You have to just laugh through it, no matter what it is, because like it'll make a good story today.
As frustrating as it was, like it was kind of funny. You know, I was like mad at the situation, but I wasn't like mad at her. She's like, I don't know, she's 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was like mad at the situation, but I couldn't help but like laugh. I was like, what the hell am I doing right now, dude? This is my life. It was
a good one
funny
to tell the dinner table.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there you have it, guys. That's this week's episode of the Dad Verb Podcast. If you want, you can check out dadverb.com for courses up through from pregnancy up through the first year of fatherhood. And then you can check the show notes or the description of the YouTube video if you want to join us on Discord. Thank you for listening to this episode, and we'll catch you in the next one. And let's like regroup one day about like Father's Day. All right, when it's our turn, you know, and what that's, you know, what are the expectations for that? How do we like to celebrate that? I meant to get into that more in this episode, but maybe we'll save that for another one. Yeah. Anyway,
it's coming up.
Thanks for listening. Catch you later. Peace.